Hello Minecrafters, and welcome back to Minecraft Ages, my single-player vanilla survival Minecraft series. That is vanilla in gameplay, not vanilla in graphics. As a reminder, I'm using the Chroma Hills texture pack and Optifine. Both make huge improvements when it comes to the graphics. And today we're starting off here at the portal to the end, where last episode we went and took on the dragon, and sadly, thanks to my ability to forget to hit the record button, didn't record actually killing the dragon, but was able to record plenty of deaths that happened throughout that. But today we're going to start off with down here, or actually not down here. We're going to start off going mining for an hour. So we're going to go ahead, do some mining, do a speed up, and do a little talking while the mining happens. So let me head back to the Wild West town and we'll go from there. However, before we go down into the mines in the Wild West town here, first things first, we're going to feed a bunch of cows, get a bunch of leather, make a bunch of books, and do a bunch of enchanting with the levels we have left over from killing the dragon. I've already done a couple, but we need to get books, so we're here to do some more. Oh, there we go. We got some books made, and unfortunately none of the books had either fortune on it or silk touch. So now we're just going down into the caves with 3 picks with efficiency 5 and unbreaking 3. And hopefully we don't get killed or anything like that. But going way down to go ahead and start mining for diamonds. So let's talk about a little bit of what we have planned for the industrial era area. Yeah, go ahead and try to say that 3 times fast. Well, what we have planned here is that we're going to be taking the area right above where the portal to the end is. And we're going to create a whole bunch of platforms and retaining walls and try to spruce it up to be as much of an industrial looking area as possible. So we're going to have like a little central area, then platforms out, and then more platforms out, so forth and so on, to get into farming a whole bunch of different things. And speaking of those different things, one farm we have to create right away is going to be an iron golem farm. The reason for that is that with 1.14 coming out, it is going to be changing a lot of things when it comes to villagers. Essentially, villagers are the whole reason behind why an iron farm works. We got to get that created, because right once we update our world, it's going to be useless. So we got to get that iron farm up and running as quickly as possible, generating as much iron as possible before that time happens. So on top of that, we use that book to lay out all the different farms that we are going to make. Unfortunately, I think when taking on the dragon, I ended up having that book in my inventory, and when I died by falling into the void, well, by the dragon pushing me into the void, I should say, that book is now gone. So I have to go through and recreate that book to use yet again. So we're going to lay out all the different kinds of farms, and we're even going to add an additional experience farm in there, where we're going to use cacti and kelp and furnaces to power that, so we can just take what we need out of the furnace and get a whole bunch of experience. That's something that we're going to go ahead and work on probably much later in the industrial area here, but it is something that is going to be done. So now on top of that, we have to make several farms, and we're going to try our best to make them look good and industrial-like as we go along. Now on top of that, we're even going to go into the nether. We're going to set up another portal there at the industrial area. We're going to go into the nether. We're going to head up all the way to the top of the nether, get on top of the bedrock there, and we're going to break out a couple pieces. And we're even going to make a gold farm up there. It is a design by Il Mango. Same one that Impulse SV used on Hermitcraft 6. We're going to set that up way on top there. So we're going to have our golden experience farm. We're going to have our portal to the end. And speaking of which, we're going to go through that portal to the end, and we're going to make an Enderman farm there as well. So we'll have a couple of experience farms. We'll definitely have the iron farm running as much as possible. And then we get to go ahead and make even bigger, big farms on the outside. We're going to talk about kelp farms that are going way up in the sky, cactus farms going way up in the sky. Everything is going to be going way up in the sky. Sadly, it's kind of what we have to do in order to get a whole bunch of materials that we want. But in order to get those materials, we first got to be able to fly around a little bit so we can get from place to place, up in the air, down below. So that's why we're going back to the end in this episode to go ahead and try and find a pair of wings. That's right, we're going to go searching for elytra to use to get around, and hopefully we'll find a pair rather quickly. We also need to get a villager breeder set up so we can go ahead and find a villager with mending, so we can make sure to get mending on all of our tools and equipment and on those wings themselves. So that way we don't have to go searching for more. The one pair will work just fine. Another big thing we have to do is we have to go into the Nether and go searching for a whole lot of glowstone to use. The reason why we're going to use a whole lot of glowstone is that this is the industrial area. There should be no torches whatsoever in the area. No, we're going to have to use glowstone. We're going to have to use redstone lamps. We're going to have to use anything other than torches to light the area up, make sure we don't have any spawns happening. And I especially don't want to use half slabs, because if we start using half slabs, well, we're very limited on what kind of slabs we have. I mean, we have cobblestone, and we have stone brick, and then wood. We don't have any andesite, we don't have any diorite, we don't have any granite, we don't have hardly any other kind of slabs that we can use. So we're going to be using full bricks so that we can include other things like andesite and regular stone and whatnot. Smooth stone, to kind of give ourselves a little bit of a color variation, make the area, give it a palette to work with and whatnot. So we have to use full blocks, which means you got to make sure to light the area up pretty nicely, and we're not going to use torches. Now, on top of all the farms that we're going to be making there, we're also going to be doing some aesthetic work as well. We're going to be putting in some things that actually aren't farms at all. They're just going to make the area look a little bit better. One of those things is definitely going to be a dock with some cranes to unload shipping containers and whatnot. We might even throw a ship in there as well. Something not like a classic pirate ship, but more around the lines of a modern day freighter that could have some shipping containers on top of it. So we're going to throw some of that stuff in there. We're going to do other aesthetic looking things as well, like smokestacks and whatnot. But that's something we'll get to as we're building. So on top of that, we're also going to have to put in some very large storage area to set up. And with it being the industrial era, we have to set up an automated storage area, stuff where things will come in and automatically get sorted and be ready for us to easily find it within the area itself, which means we're going to have to build a nice big storage area building where we're going to actually incorporate the same kind of storage that Tango Tech uses, but we're going to make it taller, quite a bit taller actually. So with all that in mind, with all the different kinds of farms we want to build and the area we want to work on and everything for the aesthetics to the functionality to the storage and whatnot, I figured that's going to take us quite a bit of time to do. It's actually going to take very long to do. So we have a good solid plan for maybe the next 30 episodes or so of what is going to be accomplished here. We already did some 35 episodes for the Wild West town, so we're probably going to get in another 35 episodes or so for the industrial area here, and I really can't wait to get to work on this. So let's go ahead and stop this speed up right here, and let's get back to working back to getting what we need from the end and start working on the area itself. After that 1 hour mining session, we're back and got a total of 17 diamonds during that mining session. However, I went back down and did a little bit more mining because we definitely need more than 17, and well, you can see I'm down to just the one pick right now with the whole 67 durability left. But we got up to 29 diamonds total. So we got enough to go ahead and make ourselves a new set of armor. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick and see what kind of enchantments we can get on here. We're going to make everything level 30 enchantments. However, I only have 31 levels, so I got to do a little bit of grinding to get the few more levels needed here. But we're going to go ahead and enchant these up. So let's go ahead and head over to the skeleton spawner and see what the enchantments we can get. Alright, so I got 39 levels. Let's go ahead and do our first round of enchanting, starting with the diamond chestplate. What do we have here? Fire protection 3, that's not bad. What do we have on the leggings? Protection 3, also not bad. On the boots, protection 3, again, not bad. Blast protection 4 on the helmet. And let's see, unbreaking 3 or unbreaking 3. Blast protection 4, I guess we'll go ahead and try that. Let's see what happens. Do we get anything else? No, just blast protection 3. Okay, now what do we have up next? Another blast protection. I'm sorry, not blast protection 3, blast protection 4. There we go. Fire protection 4. That sounds good, and again, that's all we got. What do we have here? Efficiency. And hopefully we don't get fortune. Efficiency and unbreaking. That is good there. One more enchantment to go. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. And unbreaking 3. Everything is unbreaking 3. Let's go ahead and try that on the pick then. And that's not bad. Efficiency, unbreaking, and fortune. Not bad at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more experience here. We have 2 more things to enchant. That was just the first round. Let's see what we get when we come on back. And the last round of enchantments, these last 2 items, let's see what we can get. Unbreaking on the chest plate and the boots. Protection 4. Protection 4, always good. And unfortunately, no unbreaking there. And protection 4. Unbreaking and thorns. Okay, that turned out pretty good. The rest of this, well, not so great. I mean, the tools are okay. The breastplate's good, but the rest of it is just alright. But that's going to be it for now. Now it's time to head off back to the Nether. Well, I mistakenly misspoke in that last clip. I didn't mean we were going to the Nether. I mean we're going back to the end here. And first things first, we need to kill a couple of these Endermen to try and get some Ender Pearls. And where is the portal that should have shown up after killing the dragon? Should be around here somewhere. There it is, way over there. We need to kill a couple of Endermen to get some Ender Pearls to go through that. So what do you say we build a little bit of a protection area here? That is, what we're going to do is too high, try to get this out here a little bit. And then let's go ahead and get a couple of Endermen angry at us. And hopefully they don't take away too many of these blocks while we try to kill them here. And oh, we got 4 of them. That's not good. Let's see what we can get out of these 4. Give me at least 2 Ender Pearls, please. That's what we need to get started. And we got how many? Oh, we had a whole bunch of my inventory from before. I didn't realize I had those. And so, okay, we need to get up to that portal. So I got with me a whole bunch of oak planks to go ahead and start working on that. And that portal worries me with how far away it is. So let me go ahead and get on up to that, and we'll be back. Okay, so here we are up to this little portal thing over here where we have to throw an ender pearl through in order to get to the other side. And I'm really hoping that on the other side it's not that bad and we don't accidentally glitch out into the void there. Let's go ahead and throw it, see what happens. I'm a little worried here because I'm not seeing anything, and okay, there's something. I'm glitching somewhere. All right, there it goes. And return portal is way up there. Okay, that's a concern. There is not much around me, and first things first, I guess we should make a way to get back up to that. So let me go ahead and pull up a crafting table, pull out some more wood, and see about making a way back up to that portal real quick. Because we need to be able to get back. That is for certain. I don't think 10 stairs is going to be enough to get back up there. So I'll make a couple more, and let's make a bunch of slabby jabbies to go along with that. And let's see about getting back up there. Alright, so real quick to talk about something. I went back and got more wood, and this time got the acacia logs to go ahead and make the slabby jabbies with. Also went and got a whole bunch of firework rockets, because when we do find wings to use to flying, we're going to need rockets in order to fly around. Now, the only question that comes up is which way to go. Do we head east or west? And when this thing popped us out, it always pops us out facing east. So that is the direction we're facing right now. And so I know that when we find an end city, heading east and west will lead to more end cities. But to begin with, I'm going to say we're going to go ahead and head east. So I have to go ahead and use this right here. We're going to turn all these acacia logs, all of them, into slabby jabbies to use for getting around. Because there's a lot of getting around we have to do. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and grab those, and I'm going to head this way. The reason why I'm using slabs is so that I can put them on the bottom half of a block, which will make it so that nothing will spawn on top of them, including the enderman. So we don't want to see any endermen close by. We don't want to accidentally look at them. We just want to go ahead and move and try to find ourselves an end city. So as soon as I'm able to find one, we'll go ahead and come on back. Alright, so I just saw it after using several stacks and almost out of stacks of the acacia wood. Finally see ourselves an end city, and if we're lucky, there's going to be a boat out there somewhere too. I am hoping, but let's go ahead and get over there and let's check this place out. So here we are inside of this end city, and unfortunately, looking around this place, there is no boat out there anywhere. So no wings are going to be found here, but we are going to find things like shulker shells and a couple of chests to use to make shulker boxes with, which is one of the biggest things we're going to do here today. But we have some more exploring to do, some more shulkers to kill, and then off to try and find another end city, and hopefully we'll get some wings. Alright, so I pretty much went through this entire end city here, and sadly, no wings are here, as we already knew from earlier. And I already died once falling from way up there by accidentally angering an enderman. So we're going to go ahead and from this spot just head east and see if we can't find another end city. So I ended up going some 2,000 or so blocks to the east and didn't find a single thing. I backtracked back to that end city that we were at, and then went west, and I find another one right away. It's a little bit smaller. It's actually quite a bit smaller, but I see that little archway right there. That tells me that somewhere out there there should be an end ship, an end boat floating in the sky that has some elytra on it for me. Let's see if it'll render in, I hope. And alright, maybe there's not an end boat, because we're not seeing nothing. That's unusual. Usually when there is a archway like that, there's a boat out there. Oh, I got a guy mad at me. Alright, let's take care of this guy real quick. Where's he at? Come here, buddy. Or just kill yourself by jumping in water. And I think he might will. In fact, he may have already. I don't see him anymore. Okay. So as I was saying, usually there's a boat out there. So let's go ahead, get up there, and start trying to bridge out and see if we can't find that flying boat. So yeah, this is very odd indeed. We have the archway to lead to a boat, but yet we have no boat. No boat out there whatsoever. So I guess it's time we go ahead and keep on looking for another city. We're going to go ahead and continue heading west. Alright, as you can see, we have another end city right over there, and I am running low on these slabby jabbies. Got 50 more to try and make it over there. Let's see if hopefully we have enough. If not, we're going to start resorting to using some of the regular blocks from the other end cities. Using some of these purple pillars and purple blocks and try to make some more slabs and whatnot. So let's see what we can do about getting over there. But I believe that over there is a extension out to a boat. Hopefully there will actually be a boat over there. Let's find out what we can see. And that's what we've been looking for. That boat flying in the air over there. We get to it from over here. And so we gotta find our way over there. Seems to be that there is an entrance right along this wall. Right there. You can go ahead and use an ender pearl. Get on over there. Let's go ahead and rush this, get these guys taken care of, and I float away. Now, it's tempting to try and use that float to get all the way over to the boat, but that might be a little bit hard to do. So let's just go ahead and pop on in here. Go ahead and take this guy out like so. Go ahead and continue to grab shulker shells as we go. Always love the shulker shells. Alright, now we gotta find our way up here. And one thing I like to do is I actually like to use blocks to, instead of doing the parkour thing all the way up, just make it into a staircase. Easiest thing for me to do, make it into a staircase and get on up here, and just barely had enough blocks. And, oh, we got some guys to try and take care of. Let's see what we can do. Get some of them gone. Just gotta make sure to keep on eating. Gotta keep the food up. Otherwise, when we run out of food, that's when we start to die. So let's go ahead and, in this instance, let's eat. Keep the food supply going. Go ahead and keep getting hit. That'll take us all the way up. And from up here, we can rain down arrows on everything. Alright, we're on the platform for the way out there. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a bunch more of these purple slabby jabbies. We're going to take those along with us. We don't need the horse armor. I want to keep the crafting table with me. So we're going to start bridging all the way out there as far as we can go. Should be able to get quite far, or pretty much up to it, with having a whole additional stack here. So let me get over there, get those shulkers taken care of, and then we'll come back after we get the wings. Alright, shulkers are dead. Only one thing left. Get those wings, and we got the achievement. Sky's the limit. Well, I should rephrase. Not all the shulkers are dead. Only 2 of them. Still have this guy right here. They're always in the same place all the time. And get that shell off of that guy. One more thing to get while we're here. And I went and put away all the blocks I needed. We'll go ahead and use the end stone here. One more thing to get is the dragon head. So we're going to pop over here. And we're going to come right off of there. And let's just put that right underneath. Try and make sure we don't lose the head. Let's go ahead and get that. There we go. Dragon head achieved. Now we can go ahead and this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the express lane elevator back to home here. So we're going to put this down. We're going to go ahead and create a ender chest. Let's just plop that down, and everything in my inventory goes in the chest, providing I have enough room. Just barely shy of the crafting table. You know what? I really don't need to take the crafting table with me. So I have absolutely nothing in my inventory. What that means is that now we get to have a little bit of fun jumping to our death. Into the void we go. We go ahead and get to respawn, and here we are back at the spawn point. And all that stuff is still in our ender chest there. I'm going to grab out the obsidian in the eye just in case I don't have an ender chest over at the Wild West town, because we got to head back over there because that's our point of return. However, that is going to do it for this episode. When we come back in the next episode is when we actually go ahead and get started actually building the industrial area of our lovely, lovely world here. So till next time, everybody, take care, be well, and we will see you again shortly.